So we have a couple items on the table, a couple of amendments. Mr. Palo?
Okay, so I'm going to withdraw my motion.
Which one, sir?
The whole thing that I had
All
motioned
four?
before. Yes, the whole thing.
Even the outline?
Got it.
After consulting with the expert, I'm going to withdraw my motion.
Okay. Okay, and Vicki, you will withdraw your second? Thank you.
And I would
Okay.
like to make a new motion.
Okay,
I would like to reduce account 501105, salaries overtime, by $40,000.
okay,
I would like to reduce 522203 by $35,000.
hang on, 223, okay, by 35, you said? I'm sorry, what, how much did you want to reduce that one, Andy?
I want to reduce it by $35,000.
35, thank you. Okay,
And
I'm sorry, are these off of the book numbers or the motion at?
where we're at,
less, right, right.
40,000 off of overtime, 35,000 off of services and fees ancillary, okay?
And then I would like to add to capital outlay 581888, $3,000.
Okay. All right. Okay, is that it? Okay, second, Vicki? All right, and then could you explain them, please?
Sure. Okay, so after consulting with Mr. Marsilio, those amounts that I reduced would enable the town to implement a bagged program.
Okay,
Now, on the capital outlay, I added back $20,000 for leasing 2 garbage trucks. We have 1, so that would, we'd lease 2 more for 2 months. But, hold on, but I'm reducing that account by $17,700.
okay. Let us get to it.
Which is one of the, because he had originally, forget about the leaf pickup, he had asked for a pickup truck and 3 triaxle dump bodies at $30,000 each, and reducing that to 2 instead of 3.
The first selectman had already reduced the 3 to 2,
3 to 2.
and there's 6,000. No, 2 to nothing, 2 to 0,
Oh, 2 to 0.
So you're
taking
taking,
it all out.
all the
new
triaxles away.
purchases out. There was only 2 left after the first selectman reduced it.
Right.
okay, he took out 1 triaxle and left 2.
Right,
And now you're saying take out the 2 and the pickup truck?
correct.
Okay. So no new, okay, and then what are you adding back? The 3,000 represents, you got the 3,000 plus the 18 plus the 57. Because you're adding 3 to the current total.
Right, to make it 97,966.
97,966. Okay,
No, 90.
90,
966, because you guys said that after that didn't change, 87,966, right? That
okay, we're at 87,966.
did not change,
And you want to add 3,000 to a total of, okay,
90,966.
okay. Now, when you do that, can I understand, I'm trying to understand exactly what we're left with. So we lose the pickup, the 2 triaxles that are remaining, which was 18,000 and 5,700, right? So that was 23,700, and you're adding 3 to that, so you're adding 26,700 to do what? Buy 2, lease 2 garbage trucks.
I was adding $20,000 in there for 2 months, 2 garbage trucks for 2 months.
So we're not buying them, we're leasing them.
According to Mr. Marsilio, he said that would be the way
Okay,
he
so
would
then they
want it.
don't belong in capital outlay, though, they belong in the lease, because you actually want to lease these. We're not going to own them, correct, Maria? Right? You want us to just lease them for 2 months from someone, in which case it would go into rentals, 901 you want, annual rentals and leases. So you would have to, and how much did you, no,
Be annual or occasional?
well,
Are they two different line items?
it's up to Maria to find the difference.
That'd be my guess for 2 months.
Occasional, okay, so 2 months, and what do we need to rent 2 for 2 months? $20,000 for both of them for 2 months. So that one would have to go up 20,000.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead.
Sorry, Mr. Marcillo? How is our current dump truck? Could it handle the additional work? Because I'm assuming it's doing
Garbage truck.
something. Or garbage truck, yes. Pardon me.
Well, we're gonna find out. So we'll do all the mechanical work we can on it and, keep our fingers crossed. For 2 months' work, I think we ought to be able to,
Is it currently being used for something?
yeah, we use it for bulky waste pickup. From April to October, but it's not heavy duty, it's not kind of packing.
Okay, so it would be April to October and then basically turn around and stick it here. Okay.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, what you really want is to add 20,000 to occasional rentals, and then out of capital outlay, remove 17,700. Okay.
Again, Mr. Marcilio?
John, please come up to the mic, I'm sorry.
I apologize.
It's okay.
I know that you had requested the 3 triaxle bodies. You had explained during budget hearings that you could get by with 2. Can you get by with none?
Well, I mean, the danger is there's holes in those bodies and we haul stone and the stones go through a hole and the hole hits a windshield and so that's the risk.
I'm not laughing at you. That just
No, I mean, that's the risk. These bodies are beyond their useful life. We ask for them under this program because they're going to extend the life of those trucks for close to 10 years. And I wouldn't ask for them if we didn't need them. I could live with 2. Can I live with none? I'll live with whatever you want to fund, but there are consequences to that.
And how about the pickup truck?
Pickup truck, again, it's replacing an old pickup truck that has floorboards that are rotted out and the like, and so we do
Thank
what
you.
we can do.
Mayor, Madam Chairman?
Yes,
Just out of curiosity, I was doing a quick count of pickup trucks over the last few years, and I've seen that a lot, or I don't know if it's a lot because I don't know what a lot is, but I saw at least 7 pickup trucks that were purchased over the last few years. So, you know, again, I don't know what your inventory is. If you're really in need, we obviously don't want to not give them to you. And do you have your dump bodies, how many of those do you have that are in decent
have-
condition?
No, we only
you
have
don't?
3 triaxles, and the paving program has ramped up the use of the triaxles. They hold the most material. In terms of the pickup trucks, I don't know if you have the disposal counts of the number of pickup trucks that we've disposed of, auctioned off. It's more than 7, I can tell you that. It's a lot more than that. So we've done everything we can to really skinny down the fleet. And again, I'm not, years past, we asked for a lot more. Now we're at a maintenance stage. We only replace what absolutely is essential. And that's what we ask for. We could ask you for new triaxles, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cannibalize what we have there and get another 10 years out of that by just merely putting a body on it. I think that's the prudent way to go. So that's what we ask for.
So this was just the body, not the whole truck?
Just the body.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Andy.
We didn't motion, I was just saying what I.
You
we did
said
not
what you
motion.
want, well, the first
saying
three
what I
were the motions, and, but we have to fix the one that was the 3,000 to balance it out. You were taking 3,000 off one, but we really need to. You said 40,000, 35,000, 3,000.
Right, but we didn't make an official motion, right?
We did. You motioned, she seconded, I believe, yeah. If you want to withdraw it, we'll start again.
Well, I just want to withdraw that one piece of it, I don't want.
Okay.
I guess whatever you want me to do, I'll do.
That's fine, just withdraw the one piece.
Okay, so that one piece, the capital outlay piece, I'll withdraw that portion of it. So we're gonna add $20,000 to occasional rental,
Uh-huh,
and then the 40 and the 35 stays,
okay.
okay?
Got it? We're not taking that 17 out. So we're taking out 75 and we're putting in 20. Okay. So that's second. That's our motion. All right, so let's take these one at a time. The first one is salaries overtime, a reduction of $40,000, which would take us to $46,850. And to clarify, the goal of this is we will bag leaves and have the bags picked up. So all in favor of the $40,000 reduction in overtime, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion fails. Okay. Reduction in ancillary fees. Reduction of $35,000, which would take us to $2,529. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails. 3-3. Okay. I want to understand something, so I'm going to ask for a 2-minute recess. Okay, next item is the addition of $20,000 to the occasional rentals and leases. All in favor of adding the $20,000, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion fails. 3-3. Okay, that leaves us with a total, see if we end up with the right amount. I have a total of $2,559,358. All right. So highway total, 2,559,358. All in favor of that total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Snow removal.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a snow removal budget of $519,950.
Second, please. Any changes to that account?
Can we ask, I hate to ask you, John, sorry. I know you can't, you can do a lot of things, but you can't, be a weather forecaster too, so. And this account varies, obviously, from year to year based on what happens with our snow, as we know just from this 2 days ago. The account has stayed the same budget-wise for the last few years, and we've been up and down. What happened yesterday or the other day?
We're over budget,
We're over budget.
and we have a storm that's coming this weekend, so we are over budget. And Maria had to lift the spending control so that we can get more salt. So
Okay.
you'll see a deficit in
I
this
have an
account.
estimate amount if you want.
Yeah, what is,
Well, in personnel, it costs $18,000, and we had to get more salt and sand for 36, so it's about 54 right now. Possibly. Definitely the 36 for sand was over.
I think that personnel is still within budget, but the sand and salt we use more this year.
Okay.
So that's just a coin flip. I mean, it's a budget. I don't know what to say to you.
Maybe 60 degrees would be good.
Wow.
Thanks, John.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to change in that? I mean, it's always a guess, there's not much. Okay, anything? All right, so then let's move to this snow removal at $519,950. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Okay, now we are on highway construction. We have a motion, please.
I'd like to move a highway construction budget of $117,131.
Second.
Second, any changes to highway construction? Okay, hearing none, all in favor of highway construction at 117,131, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carries 6-0. Building maintenance, Public Works building maintenance.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move a budget on Public Works building maintenance at $980,927.
Second, okay. Now, here, in this, if some of you recall in the budget, the first selectman in 3 different departments, or 2 different departments in highway, in fleet maintenance, he took out the 2 vacant positions. In the highway, he took out the 1 vacant position. But in building maintenance, he left the full staff. So one department is down too much. So we're going to level it out, so there's 1 position removed from each department. So in the building maintenance, there will be the 3.5% reduction overall that we've taken out of the other departments. And in addition, we will remove a $68,573 salary. So we've removed a position. We're just going to put it in another department. We're not changing headcount, we're just flipping them around, so each department better bears the brunt of losing 1 person. So that's 1 position, but it's going to come someplace else, so it's not really going to impact your FICA. But it's going to go down there. So the longevity has to be adjusted. The others are the same, 3.5, 3.5. Longevity stays. The uniform allowance, we took the 3.5. Service and fees, I guess I needed to pay better attention to what that might be for. Yes, go back to longevity, it's 4.25.
Alarm monitoring services,
Okay, so they're contracts that I can't be,
that one looks pretty much set.
So perhaps that needs to go back to the 130,506. Got it. Okay, guys, I do learn 130,506. Next line, the 7271. Okay. All right, program supplies is cut. Building maintenance, repairs, those are contracts? Okay,
Well, on that one,
go ahead.
maintenance, right, repair equipment, is that the one? 578802?
Yeah,
I have a note that we were taking out the EMS of 16,500. Was. Or, that just me question?
I don't have a note there. Do you recall what that was about?
I'm trying to.
Okay, because did anybody else make a notation there? Annual maintenance under five-year capital.
I think the AC was to be removed if the new building was to be done, but I'm not sure if you're at that stage yet.
On EMS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're a bit away from that.
Got me now.
Okay, it's all right, 153,950, okay. Capital outlay, and the sewer fees I need to keep, don't I? Maybe.
And the lease. Rentals and lease.
Okay. All right. So with those changes, I'm looking at 1,134,990? No.
We have 1,018,086.
What? Did you? First one is 433,370.
Oh, okay, how much are you reducing that?
Uh,
A decrease of the 68,573, and what was the 3.5%?
The decrease on the first one was 86,669. Next one was 168, then there was a 5 1/4.
All right, let me
I
just,
think that's probably.
I think that was probably it, let me see. So now I have,
999,990.
Oh, no, hold on, I see something that got screwed up. The capital outlay, 15066.
Yeah.
Do you have 999990?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we're good. So the Public Works Building Maintenance is now a total of $999,990. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? It's 4-2. Okay, fleet maintenance.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a fleet maintenance budget of $1,093,000,
Minus,
No.
'cause there's no vacancy.
$1,093,306.
68.
Seconded by Roy. Okay, now in this one, we're taking the 3.5% out of the salaries also, but we're putting the position back in here. So we're adding back in a position for 65,250 that we just moved from the other department,
And then I've taken out.
Need to change longevity back up.
okay?
So I think it's a 14,000.
And I guess the maintenance contract probably has to stay at 2520.
5337.
No, but she's doing.
Okay.
Too.
Is there anything else in there that looks off? Are there any reductions in there? There'll be a net reduction of one
Yeah, that's
employee.
fine.
Go ahead.
That's fine,
Yes, sorry.
because it's the cut plus the 50, yes. So I did.
Yeah, fleet maintenance.
I'd like to reduce, count 567701 by, and that's, transportation, gas, oil and grease, by $21,000. But what is that account now? I'm sorry.
That
The
account
adjusted-
now is 313,625.
Okay, I want to bring it down to 304,000. So,
So a net
What is that?
reduction of $21,000.
Is that for the fuel?
That'd be 11,620.
right, it's not, it's
Sorry, 9,000.
9,000 something now, right, if it's
Based
adjusted.
on the proposed 3.5% less motion.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
That's fuel for the cars? I don't know if you can cut that.
So it's
And why is that?
11,370. Okay, so you want to cut, we've already cut it 11 and you want to cut it more. Okay, is that the only account, 7701?
hold on, please.
And what's your total reduction in that?
9,000, whatever that figure was, I'm sorry.
9,625.
625?
And I also wanted to, on account 567702,
Vehicle repair?
right, there's a bus cleaning in there for,
That appeared in the senior.
right, so I wanted to take out,
We took it out of
We
senior.
took it out of
Oh,
the
you took it out of
senior. We're
seniors?
leaving all the cleaning in this one and we're going to take it out of senior.
okay, fine.
Oh, we took it out of senior. Go ahead, what's the matter?
On the gas, oil, and grease, those are the contracts for fuel, and we sign contracts, we just re-upped our contract,
Reluctant.
and it's based on a certain number of gallons that we have to, we lock in for at a reduced price, so I don't know how much that can be cut.
So why would it versus, lost my page,
Wasn't it
last
248?
actuals, why did it go up since last actuals? Last actuals were 304,076, page 248. What caused it to go up year over year? The gas prices have been definitely coming down.
Well, they're kind of starting on their way back up.
In this year.
It
This
also goes by
17.
usage, so.
So what's driving the increase? I mean, what specifically, where's that coming from?
I don't know off the top of my head.
The first selectman did reduce it by 25,000,
Yeah. He reduced the request by 25,000.
right?
And then we'd be taking another 25 off. This always confuses me. The current year, 16.
304 was the, even though there was a revised budget in 2000, for 2016 of 374,000, yet the actual was only 304,000.
In 16.
Right.
Same budget as the year before, because the year before we spent 374,000.
You spent 374,000 in 2015?
Yes.
Oh, I see that, yes, you did.
And the year before that, they spent 500,000.
Which makes sense, because gas was
Gas.
up.
Yes, right, right.
And that was strictly price, not mileage.
And we've already cut it as well from the original 350 requested to 313.
325.
No,
Oh, wait, we are, now you've
313.
reduced
We're
it.
down to 313 already.
All right, well, let's look at account 567702. That's the repair account. $295,940, but you reduced by 3.5% there as well?
Yep.
The 285, 582.
Current year actual is already up to 258, 594.
Well, we were going to make a motion to reduce that line by 10%, but there's no appetite for that, I'm sure, so I won't bother and waste the time doing it.
Okay, so what are the changes in fleet maintenance then? Nothing, okay. All right, go ahead.
And I'm, 578801, those are service contracts. We have to leave it at 2520.
Right, we did,
Okay.
we did. And we put the longevity. So I have a total of 1,093,412. 1,093,412. Fleet maintenance. All in favor of that total number, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. There was no motions, no. It was never seconded. Okay, recycling center.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for the recycling center of $2,156,070. That's $2,156,070.
Second, please. Mr. Mulgard. Okay, in this, we done the same thing. The salaries are reduced, the longevity stayed the same, the uniform allowance, there's only one person. Services and contractual, that is the fees we pay to dispose of the garbage. All the rest of those contractual fees, we left because they're contractual fees to dispose of the garbage. Not a whole lot we can do on this account. Any suggestions, anything you want to change? Then we have a total of $2,156,070. Okay, all in favor of this recycling center total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions? Okay, motion carries 6-0. All right, let me catch up. Okay, town engineer.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for town engineer of $610,158.
Okay, I have salaries reduced by 3.5%, all the salaries. Longevity, I left at $850. Reduced the uniform allowance. Everything is down 3.5%. Fees, contractual, probably couldn't do it on that one. Okay. I don't know about the dues, association dues. I think that maintain his engineer credentials, and the same thing on the conferences, not that it's only $20-something. Rentals, what are the rentals for? We left the rentals. I left those alone. Any changes in the town engineer?
Looking at account 522202,
202,
which is services
this
and
is fees professional.
Wanted to reduce that by 13,500. Probably has to be adjusted now to come back to last year's budget, or this year's budget of 27,500. But again, I'm not sure what's in here that may need to be done.
Well, First Selectman took 10,000 off the request for professional assistance. So that means there's $5,000 for professional assistance for environmental, traffic, general engineering on projects within the Public Works Department or for the Traffic Authority. There's 15,000 assistance in low SIP,
SIP.
deep applications, 5,000 for scanning documents, and 16,000 for the second phase of the Hedgehog flood plan. So 27 would be about a $14,000 reduction off of what's left there, which would either be the second phase of the Hedgehog plan or assistance on the deep applications.
Is there any less money to go around anymore?
I don't know. Not gonna be any of that money to go around anymore.
So,
Oh,
yeah, it's sort of like, we can't come to a grinding halt, but, maybe you take out the 5,000 for scanning documents?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's take out the 5,000 for scanning documents. And
That's
that's
still actually higher than what we're
522, where are we, 522?
out of that list, 5,000 would bring it down to 46,000, and we're
No, we'd take it from 41 down to 36.
so you weren't counting the 10,000 that First Selectman had already approved.
No, because I'm working off the first selectman's number. Oh, I see your point. Well, but he took it off professional assistance. So I'm saying the scanning, which is 5,000.
Okay. So that was 36.
Yep. 36,000. So that's a reduction of 5,000.
Where are we? I'm lost.
Okay, so all
Taking this
in,
off.
oh, wait a second, I need a motion for the 5,000. Okay.
601.
Charles, second that.
Motion and seconded to reduce to 5,000. Okay, so all in favor of reducing 5,000 from the professional fees and services, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All carries unanimously. Now that brings us to a new total. I have any other changes? Of 607,182. Nope, we're not in agreement. Okay,
Did you take out association dues, or you?
we left them at 1540. Nope. Let's start from the bottom, because I think that's where the problems are. 9627, 173, annual rentals. That's, okay, 9976, so that has to come back. So when I do that, I'm at 607531.
I'm at 607,059.
Okay, let's try it. 9976, 1737, 1540, 1800, 579, 2413, 2702, 135.
Oh, wait a minute, I have 13027. Oh, okay.
Now do we have,
7532.
okay, it's a rounding. 607532, town engineer, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions carry 6-0. Now, I have a public works total, 8,747,069. Thank God. All in favor of the public works total, 8,747,069, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-2. The total was 8,747,069. I am in public health.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for the Public Health Department budget of $338 $338,204.
Seconded by Roy. Okay, again, this one pretty much is across the board. Whoops. Looks like, I'm just checking to be sure, everything is 3.5 except the utilities at the bottom. So I have, except the utilities at the bottom, everything is changed. Adjustments, amendments? Go ahead.
I just reduced the public immunization. I don't know.
Which account is that?
534404.
Yeah, that's probably the vaccines, which they're gonna pull into, revenue in, so we'll leave that at 22,000 for public vaccines. Okay, I'm sorry, Vicki.
Okay, due to the lateness of the hour, I had several motions I was going to make with this account, but I will skip those and go to three others. This account is now at $350,165, less now your 3.5% adjustment, which is approximately $35,000 higher than we left the health district in 2015. And at that time, we were supposed to save $57,000 on this endeavor. So we're, needless to say, way above that point of not saving anything and actually costing ourselves more money now. But as again I said, to the lateness of the hour, I'm just going to make the following motion. To account 501103, salaries seasonal, I'd like to reduce that by $27,300. That's seasonal temp. That's a 15-hour per week for a registered sanitarian required by Connecticut state statute. That's the explanation. Okay, I need a second, I guess, before I go on.
Second.
So what I'm wondering here, I don't know if anybody has an answer to that, there is a full-time sanitarian already. So I'm just wondering why we need a part-time one for an additional $27,000.
I don't have an answer for you. I assume they would have had an answer when we were questioning them, but I do not
Yeah,
have
I
the
didn't
answer.
see it at that time, and looking more closely at this, and
Okay.
again, because we're, way above where we said we were going to be, why do we need a part-time sanitarian when we have a full-time one? So that's my
Okay.
motion.
Can I just make one point about that? The last health district, my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I was not part of this board. We did not pull in the revenue from them. In this past year, it's $65,000 worth of revenue, which would offset that difference.
No, I don't think that's correct.
No, that
pulled
is
in-
correct. The operating
Well, it wa-
district kept its revenue, so this is our revenue now.
That's true, but it was a net figure that we paid per capita. That was figured into the amount we paid, was the income that came in from the state grant
Right.
that we got, which was way higher than what we get now. So,
But we were still spending over 300,000 without the revenue.
My
The
only
revenue
point
is
is
already factored in.
again, due to the lateness of the hour, I could go through all my spreadsheets and show you that we are now paying more money than we did when we left that district. And
Nobody's
comparing the-
debating that we're paying more. We are
Right.
paying more, but we're dragging in 65,000 worth of revenue we didn't get before.
Again,
We'll do our math
we'll do
differently.
our math later.
Yeah.
We'll do the math
Right,
later, but what I'm...
because we weren't going to make this vote political. I
Elaine, I'm
recall
not,
being
I am,
asked not to do that.
well, let's not start this
Make your
conversation.
changes.
Due to the lateness
Make
of
your
this hour,
changes.
okay?
Make
I
your
made a
changes.
motion
You
to
made a
take that
motion,
out.
27.3.
That's right.
Anything else?
I do. I have 501105, salaries overtime for $720.
It's down to 695.
Then $695. I'll reduce that by $695.
Okay, next one?
And uniform allowance 501,888. I'm sorry, what is that reduced to?
676.
Reduce that by $676. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, let me get them all down.
Is my second good for all those?
Your second is good. And uniform allowance minus 676. Okay. First item, first reduction we are looking at in the salary seasonal temps and reduction of $26,345. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 3-3. Next reduction is $695 in salary overtime. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 4-2. Uniform allowance reduction of $676. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Roy, which way did you go?
For the uniforms,
Did you vote to take them out?
yes.
Okay, that passes. 676 is now 0. There are no uniforms there. I am looking, any other changes? I am looking at a total of $328,298. 297, it's a rounding. Okay, all in favor of a total of $338,297, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Carries 4-2. Vital statistics.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion that we have a budget in the vital statistics of $1,150.
Second, please. Thank you. Any changes? All in favor of vital statistics of $1,150, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Carries 6-0. Nursing seniors.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to propose budget for nursing seniors of $35,228.
Second, please. Okay, this is a, this is just a straight reduction of 3.5% on everything. Any changes?
I know the dues don't really matter, it's $1, but it should be $25, not 24.
Okay. We have a new total of $35,229. Okay, all in favor of the new total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Giving me a total public health of 374,677? 676, okay. All in favor of the public health total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-2. Next department is Human Services.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on a proposed budget for Human Services Department of $112,836.
Thank you. Second, please. Second by Roy. Okay, here we have the same reductions, the overtime, the seasonal temp, the longevity has to be changed back to 4 1/4. The program fees contractual, are those have to stay at 28? Okay, materials, supplies, seminars, conferences, travel, maintenance service repair contract. Is that something in particular in there? That's shredding?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's leave that at 360. It's probably just a flat amount for the pickup of the records. Okay, any changes? I have a total of 112,961. All in favor of the human,
We discuss, this is in social services, right?
this is, yes,
Right,
it's called human services, but
social
social
services.
services.
There's a new position in here for 29,680 in the part-time salary, part-time account.
Yes. Caseworker, yes.
Are we in favor of keeping that? Or we've taken out all of the other part-time positions that have been put in this budget. I mean, she made a good case for having it when
Well,
she came here, so.
I guess my sense is there was a time when there were 3 full-time people in this department, and I think their caseload, unfortunately, regrettably, is growing. We have an awful lot of, not just seniors who need help with applying for assistance, which is what they do. I think they need it. If you want a motion to remove it,
I'm not, I really don't, so I'm just asking, we've taken, as I said, we've taken out most of the part-time positions in the budget, so I don't think this should be taken out, so I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention.
okay? All right, so that has a total of 112,961. All in favor of that for social services, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. And then we have the counseling center.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the budget for the Mary Sherlock Counseling Center of $302,866.
Second, please. Okay, this one is the same. Utilities were all left the same. Everything else was reduced 3.5%. The association dues probably should be left. That's right, there's quite a few people there with longevity, so that stays at $850. I know the counselors all have to be certified, so we leave their dues. Maintenance and repair contract.
Five two 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 oh two.
Why are they not in order? What? Okay. I'm sorry, which we talking about, the service and consulting fees?
5222, oh, yeah, 522202.
You're right, they use the consultants.
And then also the 578801. Those are maintenance service contracts.
Okay, so if you keep the consultants and then you have service contracts in which,
578801.
okay,
And the dues.
well, I think I fixed the dues already. 2413 for your service contracts, and the dues are 1316, so the dues are fixed. Any changes you want to make to this department? Brings us a new total of 303,206. All in favor of the counseling center for 303,206, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Senior citizens,
Madam Chairman, I'd like a motion to propose a budget for the senior citizen service of $285,331.
may I have a second, please? Second, Scott. Okay, this account has in some departments the 3.5% decrease. The clerical fees are their meeting minutes, so that can't be reduced. The looking for, I guess their dues probably stay, that's all $5. I left the utilities, I left the capital outlay, I did not change the bus drivers. Guess they need the bus drivers. Any changes? I have a new total of 285, 353. Okay. I have salaries at 118, 792. Buses stay at 66, 414. Overtime is at 495. Clerical is at, I guess it has to stay at 660. And then the fees ancillary, I left at the 500. Program expense is 45, 287. 1568, 3489, 579, 193, 145, 290, 5327. Does the 53, those are service contracts, so they have to stay at 5520? Okay. I have 3860 on the next one. 38? Yeah. And then I have 1417. Oh, no, the reference removal can't be cut. That's 1468. Capital outlay stays the same. They have to pay for those buses. And the utilities all stayed the same. So I have 285, 621. Okay, it's rounding. All right, so any changes to the senior center? Okay, 285, 622 for the senior citizens services. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-2. Total human services, 701, 788? 789, okay. All in favor of human services of $701,789, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Carries 4-2. Okay, we are to the 06's education. The total? 70, oh, 4-2. So on this, why don't we, no, I guess we could do the same we've been doing. Give me a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose an education budget of $107,165,231.
You have 231, okay. 107, 165, 231? Okay. I have 232, but it doesn't really matter. All right, and it's been seconded. So the first item in here are service and fees contractual. We had taken 3.5% off of that, but I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so it's down 6%, it's down 3.5%. The BOE program expenses are down 3.5%. Transportation, everything is down 3.5%, except the last three items, which are the interest on the general obligation bonds, the short-term interest, and the principal. Changes. Mhm. 589901, rentals? 501-800.
Anywhere near. Can I make a motion? Or-
No.
Oh, sorry, there.
So we'd like to make a motion to reduce 589901, which is the rentals, annuals, rentals and lease. There, I'm not sure how to do this, there was an increase to that account of $300,000. We'd like to reduce that entire amount from that account.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring it back to 220.
Right.
okay. Anything else?
Second.
Second, okay.
It'd be a change of 281,800, Sharon. 281,800.
Okay. 281,800. Okay. 81,800, okay. Discussion?
That is the amount we believe, although we don't have very much information, that's the amount that will be paid to rent the new space for the Board of Education. And we don't think that this is the proper time to do that, to incur that kind of an obligation, and we're motioning to remove it.
I actually think this is a perfect time. That building is older than dirt. It's going to need a lot of work. It has radon, it has asbestos. By the time we clean it up, it's going to be ugly. And every time we start to clean up old buildings, it doesn't get pretty. If we don't start looking at something new, we'll never get there. But that's different opinions. Any other comments, questions? Okay. We are in a motion to reduce $281,800 from the rentals annual leases. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion passes 4-2. The new total is, no, it's not 220.
Is that in addition to the 18,200?
We took 281.8 off of the 501, so
So it's 220.
it's 220. Okay, that gives us a total education budget. Any other changes? Sure.
I'm thinking about those. You have the total number?
Total number is 106,883,432.
Sorry, could I also have the line 522205, the program expense line?
98,181,596.
98,181,596.
181,596.
May I speak?
Yes?
So that $98 million would say we're down year to year by about 0.7%. So it'll be a negative year to year number.
Yes, it would.
So I'm just letting you know.
We are aware.
Okay.
Yep.
And that reduction would mean the removal of staff?
Applying 3.5%, out of the 101.7, which is Tim's submission, approximately 26 million of that is items that we cannot touch. It includes tuition, outplaced tuition, transportation, which includes contractual increases and leasing, includes computer leasing, includes utilities and energy. And, obviously, we'd have to make some reductions, but the vast majority of our health benefits would stay as well. So if you normalize for that, the 3.5% really becomes more like close to a 5% reduction to the things that we can touch.
Just to address it another way, we've gone through a rather detailed analysis. We have identified anywhere between $4 to $5 million of investments that we've made in education over the years. In that number, there could potentially be staff reductions, but this has to go before our board. So, we have a laundry list of items that we will be bringing to the board. Just as point of reference, as chair of the Finance Committee of the Board of Education, that we've gone through. So we've gone through the exercise of taking a look at all those areas. Those areas need to be presented to our board at our regularly scheduled board meeting, so the public has an opportunity to take a look at some of the choices that we will be making. I can tell you that we are making every single effort that we can to make sure that we do not affect student learning in any way, shape, or form. So just to give you that, so to answer your question, Vicki, we can't answer your question. The Board of Education will be able to answer that question when we bring this up to our board meeting to decide what areas that we're going to have to apply this, anything that you vote on, how we're going to apply that. But we have gone through and done a rather detailed list of, we've turned over every stone, we've uncovered every rock, and we still continue to do that as well, so. We're certainly here to ask, we certainly waited to answer any questions, so. Well, it's not our place to answer it. It's our place. No, it's our place. It's Sean and my place is the Finance Committee to identify all the areas that we can. It's then it has to go before all 7 members of the board for them to decide what they're going to do. I can't stand in front of you and speak for them, and that's not our process. So, again, we've identified a list of areas that actually are much greater than the number that we've identified. So we've kind of done the a la carte menu. So we're going to have to do a little bit of selection from our menu, but that's got to be done. That's got to be done by the board, and it's got to be done in our meeting, and it's got to be done with in front of the public, so that the choices that we make are understood, and everybody has an opportunity to see exactly what our decision process is. So.
Now, I know it's not my choice, but all I can say is if you can continue to push on the parents, the PTAs, to contact their reps up in Hartford, because as Elaine said earlier in the meeting, if we aren't sent a bill for $5-6 million, whatever it is, there will be money to be redistributed.
Yeah, and just as we were snowed out on our Board of Education meeting on the 14th. One of the options was to schedule it on the 21st. We avoided that date because that's when Senator Moore has scheduled her listening tour. So we did not want to be in a Board of Education meeting while we had the opportunity to grab Senator Moore's ear and express our concerns about the governor's budget. So certainly as the Board of Education will be here doing that, we are asking, Chairman Corey penned a letter in Trumbull Times asking people to come as well to support what's happening. A $3.4 million reduction in ECS funding And then the 5.5 million on top of that. Granted, there's some money coming back in special education, but, you know, and, you know, if it's a full 6.4 million, in education costs that's coming back, you know, I don't know how you absorb that without taking a look at reducing staff. So, there is no really way to do that. So, well, actually there is, but we'll save that for later. But nobody likes that, the other answer we could propose. But, so again, that's, you know, to that point, Scott, I agree. I think that we do need to, this is a, you know, if there ever was a bipartisan effort that we could all get behind, that is, you know, getting our voices heard to all of our legislators, to our 3 state reps and our state senator, as to how we feel about the governor's budget and what it's impacting on us. You know, being punished for running our town and running our town well, in my mind, is unacceptable. We have an outstanding school system, education system. Every day, the news that we get from the performance of our students just blows you away. You know, we're state champions in the mock trial this week. We're sending between 6 and 15 students to the DECA Nationals. Our girls basketball team is playing Saturday night in Mohegan Sun for the state championship. First time they've been in that game since 1974. You know, we're hitting it on all cylinders, and it's unfortunate. So, you know, I'd love to see this. You know, the meeting is in this room. I'd love to be down the hall, out the door, you know, and certainly let Senator Moore know how we feel. And I certainly hope that everybody will join us in making sure that they understand the investments we've made and the progress we've made and the results that we get here in the Trumbull school system. So, anything to add?
Perfect.
Great. So, any other
No,
questions?
we
Let us know.
realize, you know, this is a very difficult situation. And I'm hopeful that at least the pension piece of it goes away, but nobody knows.
And I guess I would add that the vote and the decision is certainly no way meant to reflect on the job we think the Board of Education is doing. I've sat here on and off for 30 years and never been faced with actually reducing a Board of Ed budget. While we're frequently accused of it, it has actually never happened. I have recalled years where there were a first selectman who gave them 0, but we've never been in this situation. And as I mentioned earlier, we did put over $5 million into contingency that if the governor does not choose to pilfer from us, can go back and restore some of the education money and some of the rest of the departments. It's not a decision anybody takes lightly or enjoys. I'm not sure I've ever felt lousier finishing a budget than I'm going to feel when we finish this one. There is nothing to feel good about in finishing this budget.
Yeah, you know, and thank you for that. I just, you know, the way that we've approached this, and I think that, you know, I can certainly attest to the work that Sean's done, you know, Superintendent Cialfi, Assistant Superintendent McGrath, Sean, Chairman Corey, and I have spent countless hours in just really kind of putting everything together, and never once did we ever think that we were the victims of anything. So, you know, we understand the situation that we're in, and we've approached it in I think a responsible, pragmatic way of really kind of taking a look at everything that we have to look at, and then, you know, making some what I would, you know, difficult decisions. So I think we're all in this together. I don't think any of us are looking at this as an us versus them scenario at all. It's just, it's all of us. It's, you know, and it's not just us. It's 120, you know, it's 125 other towns. So, and we're taking lots of actions to make sure that that all of this is just, you know, with lack of disruption in the school system as much as possible. So, and trying to have it not affect our students. So I think that, you know, I know that you know, Sean has done a tremendous amount of work. We probably talk daily now. So just in taking a look at areas or things that we think of that that we might be able to take advantage of, so. So thank you. I just wanted to, know that we understand the situation you're in. I know you understand the situation we're in. We're all in this together. And so, I hope we get to the point where, you put that money in a contingency account and then you can come back to us and say, continue to invest in education because, something happened at the state level that doesn't put us in a situation we think we're going to be in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the information. Okay, any other changes in the 06 education account? If not, final number that I have there is 106,883,432. 431, okay, we keep playing with rounding errors here. Okay, all in favor of this number, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. We have school nurses, we have a number of other departments. I guess it's time to decide whether we're pumpkins and it's 11:27 and we convene another night.
I will leave that up to everybody else, because I'll be out of town. I'm happy to work through, but you guys tell me.
Okay, you can see how far we get by midnight? That clock is wrong. The clock is off by an hour.
It isn't, it's accurate.
Clock is off by an hour.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so move on to the school health nursing. I am in need of a number.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the school health nurses budget at $833,006. I'm sorry, let me start over again. $833,679.
Seconded by Roy. Okay.
Up the longevity to 850.
Okay. Anything else in there that is an issue?
I assume dues have to go up to 2,224.
Okay, we fixed the dues. What else is in there?
Service contract.
Service contract. 1438. Okay, anything else?
I'm sorry, did you say longevity?
Yeah, fixed longevity at 850. And we fixed the contracts for maintenance. Capital outlay, what do they have in capital outlay?
The AED pads.
Yeah, and units and batteries.
Okay, so leave those at 19. Any other changes? Okay, so we fixed those. We're at 834,502. We've changed the longevity, service contracts, and capital outlay. Okay, total for the school health nursing is $834,502. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Non-public school nursing.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for non-public school nursing at $310,771.
Okay. Any changes? What if the travel needs to just stay at 200? There's very few people. Just leave that one at 200. That changes it to 310,778. Any changes other than travel in this?
So why do we have to travel? It's been budgeted at 200. It was zero this year, zero last year, zero the year before, and $85 a year before that. I know it's only $200
putting them in? Excuse me? Okay, zero it out. Takes us to 310,578. Any other changes? Okay, all in favor of the Pond Public School nurses, 310,578, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 4-2, passes. Okay, the next two departments, we have split up BEI and Trumbull Community Television. I believe the town council may in fact have changed the name, but if we could just at least make the one account only BEI, and the other account will be Trumbull Public Television. And I gave it a name at the town council meeting. Government, Trumbull Government. You got, okay. All right, so what I did was I took the two accounts, read through them, and split out their expenses. BEI is small, and I did not, I'm about to say I didn't, and why don't my totals agree? Oh, okay, because the travel, I think, some of it was in the other department. Let me just take a quick look at 576. No, it's not in there. So then this one needs to stay at 35. So I was not reducing anything out of BEI. It's small. I'm not really sure now why it ended up higher. Hang on, 52, 53. Okay, 53. Okay. So here's what I have. Will you motion the 9,300 and then I'll explain it, BEI?
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move Trumbull BEI budget to $9,300 even.
Second that.
Yeah, 9,300 for the BEI. And it consists of this. Their contractual services and fees were $5,300. Their supplies are $800. Their program expenses are $300, and their travel reimbursement is $2,900. Yep.
I'm sorry, Elaine.
It's okay, you need to split them out?
Yeah, can we just go line by line?
Sure.
With the amounts, the correct amount?
Okay. In the BEI, under the 522204 contractual services, $5,300.
That's the new amount.
It's the new amount. And I actually went back and split up the prior years. In the materials and office supplies, $800. Program supplies, $300. And the only other thing they have is transportation and travel reimbursement, $2,900.
Okay, I'm just gonna need it from there.
Okay, we'll take a break for a minute, let you separate the two. All right, we'll just recess for a second. Let's come back, see what we can do.
We got an hour and 20 minutes?
All right, so we are, just to understand, there is existing in the budget a BEI combined, BEI and the public community television. The attempt is to split them off. So technically, what we have to do is take one budget, adjust everything out, and then create a whole new department, okay? But we're going to instruct Maria and Dawn to take the old account number, that will be BEI, Everything that needs to be, that doesn't comply with our 9,300 will be zeroed out. Okay, so the BEI ends up with 9,300, which if you go through the budget, looks like their piece. Hopefully, I haven't missed a piece. When they present it to the council, you'll be able to figure out if something belongs in a different department. Okay? So that should let them run the whole program that they run and get the kids back and forth to it, and the piece that Dan Newman talked about. Okay, so the total for the BEI will be 9,300, left only in 4 different accounts. Everything else in that original account number will zero out, reduce to zero. So we have 9,300 on a motion for BEI on the table. All in favor of that, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Now, as a Board of Finance, we are creating a new account, and I actually don't think I have an account number here.
01060800. It's
Okay.
a new department.
So it's a new department that we can do. And what we will do here is, bless you, we only have to add the new items that we are creating, and do you want to pull over the first selectman, or there is no first selectman request? Do we want to just treat this? So we treat this like it's just a department we created new. Okay, so in that department, will you give me a, but let me fix 2 numbers because I screwed up. Let me just do something. I got to put the utilities back in. Let me put the utilities back in and I'll give you a number. And then I'll give everybody all the detail. Okay, then the new number for the new department is 90,360. May I have a motion?
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for the Trumbull Public Television of $90,360.
Okay, may I have a second? Second by Roy. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. In the professional fees and service account, they're getting $25,090. 25,090. In the program expenses, they're getting 55,488. In communications, they're getting 1158. In public program supplies. In communications and public reports, they're getting 1689. And they have heat as a utility of 2612, electricity of 4324. And that's how we get a total of 90,360. Okay, see, we're rounding differently. But there's no
I know, I
one in
didn't
there.
round, I just put my numbers in to make it.
Yeah, so yours is doing it and mine isn't. Because I'm taking 3.5% of their original request.
I just put the solid numbers in, I didn't. do
Okay.
anything.
Mine's doing a calculation. So what I've done is I've taken the same amount right out that was mixed in with BEI and put it in the new department with no changes whatsoever, taking the first selectman's number and taking off 3.5%. Does that make sense? Go ahead.
Yeah, just a question, is nothing in it because the first selectman reduced their request in capital outlay? Are you just not going to have an account there any longer for that, or are you going to leave that account open?
I'm going to leave the account open. There's no reason to get rid of it right now because there was, I forwarded that as I moved all that into the request. But since the department didn't exist, they're doing it differently. So, but I worked off the first selectman's number. I tried to allocate it properly to both departments based on the narrative. So hopefully I got it all right.
Can I make a motion
Yes.
to lower the program expenses from 55,488 to 50,000? They've never gone over 50,000. Their current year budget's on track to be around 50,000.
Okay, let me take a look.
The
Program.
program expenses on the
Five.
new, yeah,
522205.
yeah. Just basic historical.
Yeah, and it is a big increase from 14 when it was only 29, 30,000.
And their current year isn't showing that they're,
Okay, 50,000. Okay, I need a second on that reduction. Okay. Further discussion on the reduction? Okay, all in favor of reducing program expense from 57.5 to 50,000, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-2. Gives them a total, new total, I have 84,873, 874, are we off a dollar? Or?
No, 873.
873. Any other changes? Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to increase 581888 capital outlay by $7,000.
Okay.
That's, yes, the switcher for live streaming.
Okay, second, please. Andy, okay. Okay, all in favor of increasing capital outlay by $7,000, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 3-3. Okay, that puts us back to the same total of 84,873. Any other changes in the department? Hearing none, all in favor of the $84,873 for the community television, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. I have a new education total of $108,122,684. Okay, all in favor of the new education total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-2. And we are on to the library, which is the sevens.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for the library system of $1,556,429.
longevity again.
Okay, do we have a second?
Roy did.
Roy, okay. It's all right. Longevity has to go back to 4.25. What are you looking at? What's the other problem? Rentals?
It's going from the bottom, the water, electric, heat, rentals, capital outlay, refuse removal,
Okay, hang on.
those all need to stay.
Okay, hang on. Rentals. Okay. Okay. Longevity.
He said he could do that without it.
The clerical fees for their clerks meeting. Okay. Okay, what else? Programming expenses, materials and supplies.
The service contracts account, 578801.
Yep.
This would have been fine.
Refuse removal,
This would be-
2695.
Which one did
Anybody see any other? Okay,
Oh, building equipment, what about that? 29,447.
No, that's fine.
She cut that. We're checking on 578802.
maintenance, repair, equipment, building,
Yeah, I think you need to leave that in there. It's for,
It's licensing and,
29,447. Okay. All right.
Did you get service contracts about that?
Yes, left that alone. Any changes proposed in this department?
I'm sorry, what's your new total?
Right now, I have 1559230. We changed too many things.
I'm 1561589.
1561, okay. All right, I got it.
Can I just read them to you?
Sure.
Okay. 843004.
Yep,
342655. 21946. 1425. 695.
wait a second. 720.
Oh, okay. 11194.
Yep,
20091.
yep,
170467. 241. 4052. 29447. 3860.
yep.
2695. 11,000.
Wait a minute. No, I have 10615.
Minus 385.
But wait a second, if that's capital outlay, that might be a set.
that's to replace worn and outdated seating around the building.
All right. So that's fine. It's, partial is okay. I'm sorry, what do you want to do?
36824.
Yep,
13349.
yep,
46734. 1910.
yep.
So we have 1561230.
No. Did you change the 11,000 to 615?
Yes.
Let me try it again. I get 1559230. 1559230. Let me look at capital outlay. Okay, we try this one again and then we're done. 843004. 342655. 21946. 1425. 720. 1194. 20091. 170467. 241. 4052. 29447. 3860. 695.
2,695.
Why is that 695 there?
Should be 2,695.
2695. Okay, 156123, is that the total?
2,000 difference, they said there were 2,000 on
Is that it? 1561230, okay. So now we have a library total of 1,561,230. All, any other
I'd like to make a
changes?
motion
Yes,
for the capital outlay of $11,000 to zero that out.
okay. We already got cut in half, but we'll cut it more.
Well, it got cut in half because half of it got moved into a different department.
All technology hardware, before we move to their budget.
What department are you at now?
I'm at the capital outlay in the Yeah, half of it went over into IT, and the rest is to replace some outdated furniture, and I've been in there a lot lately, it's not that outdated.
Okay.
You know, it's not falling apart, doesn't even look that worn, to be honest.
I think, yeah, it is, but I think they moved the IT out,
Right.
and then we cut the IT computers, so I don't know, they were thinking they'll move it out and let IT handle it, and then that got also.
Cut out of IT. It's up to you.
I'm sticking with it.
Okay. All right. So all in favor of reducing capital outlay by $10,615, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion fails. 1-5. The total is $1,561,230. Any other changes? Hearing none, all in favor of the library budget, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion fails. We do not have a library budget. It's 3-3. The motion failed, and it's too late to screw around. I'm tired. We're going home. We're done. The three of you voted no. Therefore, it's failed. That would mean the first selectman's amount would stand at $1,612,880 because we failed to change it. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. I'm not doing this anymore. Parks is going to take a lot of moving around. Scott. So let's take a look at schedules. It's best to try probably to do it as early in the week as possible. How are people fixed for Monday?
I have a 6:15 dentist appointment, so.
Well, we don't have to do it early. We don't have that much left that it has to be early. Want to think 7? What's everybody's schedule? What's your schedule? How about Tuesday? Oh, that's right, they said more would be here, and we can't keep pushing because we'll have a problem.
We need to have it here?
I think some of us would like to attend and express our opinions to her. If we, first of all, we have to see where we get a room.
Delivered to the council on the 24th, too.
Right, so what if, there are a lot of changes. What if we, Monday, shall we do it 7:30? Give you time to get finished? You tell us what time's good. No, I don't mind.
7:30
All right. 7:15. 7:15 Monday, try to get us a room. Okay. All right, so we are set for 7:15, Monday night, the 20th. And what we need to do is take a look at what's coming in parks and make those adjustments. If we could have a list of the special agency accounts that we're bringing in, and the expenses that we believe that are related to them. Okay. I think Teresa's worked on that for us. We'll just try to get some numbers on that. If we close the special agency accounts, we have to move that stuff in. And, okay, anything else, or I am adjourned?
It's not part of the meeting, but I know I asked last meeting for the general fund, current updated.
Yes, the fund balance.
I will bring them on that, sorry.
Would you just email it to us?
Yeah,